Hey y'all, today we're going to do a quick unboxing of Apple's newest MacBook Pro 2021. This is the 14-inch model, and I'm so excited to check it out. All right. I feel like they change up this mechanism every time, but I guess it's been a year. This is the base model MacBook Pro 14-inch, which unfortunately comes in at $2,000, which is a little bit steep, but for what it offers, it could be a very good deal. Now, I'm currently using the 13-inch MacBook Air with 16 gigs from last year, and it's currently out of service for various reasons, so this should be a big upgrade, but let's check it out, and I will soon have benchmarks to say whether it is. Okay, all right, we'll set this aside while we look what's in the box. So I notably went for the lower end power adapter rather than the upgraded version. Even though everyone said go with a higher end model since it's only 20 bucks more, I unfortunately had already pre-ordered by that point. So this is the, I think it's 67 watt power adapter. Let's check. Yep, it's a 67 watt power adapter, which should charge the 14-inch model just fine, but I probably should have followed instructions and gotten a larger model. And already I can tell just how square this device was. Now, everyone's been saying it's a very square shape, but man, it is super square. And super thick too. So far, I'm thinking the design is unique and different, and a huge step away from what they've had for previous models. I guess they've been going with this whole square, rounded corner vibe for all of their devices. All of their devices recently, their iPhones, their iPads, and now I guess the MacBooks, but all right, let's. Ooh, wow, okay. I already really like the design of this. I know that the black keyboard base has been kind of controversial, but so far I really like it. And then there's the notch. Okay, so there it is. It is already very obvious. Now, I saw a few people saying that it kind of blends into backgrounds, but notably their startup screen is not very blended. Let's go ahead and get this set up, and we'll talk through the design of the device. I don't know if I'm just having one of those immediate reactions to just the design, but I love it so much. This design is so beautiful. More so than a lot of other devices I've had recently, it's not afraid to be thick and dense. It feels a lot heavier than the MacBook Air I've been using. And it looks more like a machine that was released back in 2012 rather than a machine released in recent years. But we've gone thinner so much over the years that going back the other way is really not that bad of an idea. This display blows the older MacBook Air's display out of the water. It's just not even a comparison. It looks so good. While it's getting set up, let's talk about the ports. So on this side, we've got two Thunderbolt 4 ports, the MagSafe port, and then the headphone jack. And then the other side, we have an SD card reader, one Thunderbolt 4 port, and the HDMI port. Now, frankly, if I had a choice, instead of the HDMI port, I would probably instead choose the USB-A port, because more times than not, I'm using a dongle because I need a USB-A. But I guess having an SD card reader is going to be very nice for me because I often use my Mac to edit videos. Now that we've got it set up, let's talk about that notch. So, already you can see how clear and obvious it is. It's not hidden, really. It is very much prominent in this operating system, and I really don't like it. Also, I'm not quite sure why Apple had to make it this full length rather than just having it a little teardrop similar to several Android phones from a couple of years ago. Because if all you're fitting in there is the webcam and then maybe a light sensor, then you definitely could have a significantly smaller notch, but I think Apple just wanted it to specifically draw parallels to the iPhone, which I'm not sure why, but I think they identify with the iPhone. The footprint is incredibly small. Now I'm curious whether the 14 inches is measured corner to corner, including the notch area, because obviously that's not nearly as usable space as a traditional MacBook, but it is a very, very small footprint, but it is not compact. I wouldn't say that this is an easy device to carry around as much as a MacBook Pro 13-inch or, of course, the MacBook Air. I have a few videos planned for this device. Obviously, I'm going to do a full review at some point. Then I'm also going to do a comparison with previous devices like the MacBook Air, as well as my own MacBook Pro that I built myself. It might not be the fairest fight. And then finally, I'm probably going to do a comparison of what Parallels looks like on this device running Windows 11, because Windows 11 on Parallels has been a little bit of a mixed bag for me recently, but hopefully the extra power of this device will mean that it will run very, very smoothly. So keep an eye out for those videos if you're interested. Thank you for watching InnoISO. I hope you enjoyed this quick unboxing, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.